Hello guys, this is Piri and welcome you to another tutorial on Heroes and Generals. We are back on the town map, on the FPS part of the game, and a lot of people have been asking me to do a couple of tutorials involving vehicles, some different classes, me using some other guns, and I'm gonna start doing exactly that. So this is gonna be the first tutorial where you look into things in a more specific way. So today we're gonna start with tanks. A lot of people have been asking to do tutorials about tanks, and what better tank than the Panzer 1? A lot of people already thinking, oh my god, Piri, how are you gonna play with the Panzer 1? Yeah, let's start with the Panzer 1. So let's start the tutorial. Okay, and here we go. Town map. We're attacking with a single line, and as you see, this is not gonna be easy. Normally when you attack from this side, fights are never easy. And here we are, the Panzer 1. Good tank, in my opinion. I did a little introductional movie, I think, um, when I played a bit of the Panzer 1 once when we didn't have too much supply units. But this is going to be full Panzer 1, okay? So this is going to be a collection of fights I do, and straight away you see what I'm doing here. I'm giving a ride to the people, right? Make it as fast as I can so we can start the capping. And after that, I'm off. I'm off to do my job as a tank player, right? Try not to run anyone over. Last points for Piri. So here we go. So Panzer 1, man. Panzer 1 is a fun tank to play with. It's not that powerful compared to the Allied tanks, but man, it's a load of fun. You know, I enjoy playing as infantry, I think, most in this game, but playing as a tank or any other class, it has his advantages, and it's just so fun to play as a tank. And here we go. The killing has begun. So I'm gonna try and get as most people as I can. And here I'm doing an important job, and there's the first victim. Poor little guy. So this is a shark, man. This tank is just another one. It's awesome. People don't like to use it because they're always like, oh my god, it's so weak. You take a shot and you're dead. Yeah, you're right there. But small weapons cannot harm you at all. So a couple of things you gotta be watchful is basically the bazooka, right? The mines, the sticky mines from the allies. If you're playing and there's a guy with a bazooka, so it's time to move position. And basically other tanks. Currently in this fight, I think they do not have tanks in the beginning. Later on they will have it, and things will be played differently. So here you reign supreme, right? You have a tank, they don't have any tank. It's the Panzer 1, but this is an awesome machine, right? It has a twin machine gun and a lot of firepower in terms of infantry kills. And you just need to know how to play with it. Couple of maybe tips that I can give you is stay mobile, right? As you do as an infantry player. With the tank, do not stand still too much on one spot. People will try to come close to you, maybe throw a sticky, or if they have a bazooka, they'll try and oh, another one. Easy kills. Look, it's nothing more easy than this. You're in a steel machine. They are like flesh and bones, man. Look at that. It's like you destroy everything. You just need to know how to play with it. It's an awesome equipment. Of course, you can always say, oh, but it's not as good as the Stewart. Yeah, both have their strong sides and their weak sides, but of course the American tanks are famous for their speeds and maneuverability and all that. The Panzers always were a bit more on the strong side, even though the Panzer 1 is quite weak, but you know how it is. You know, the Tiger, the other types of Panzers. What you gotta do is basically you gotta keep mobile. You know, pick around from time to time, and your mission as a tanker basically is to provide your troops with support. So you are here to allow your troops, and here there's something up in the tower. The Americans were quite good in this game. They had a well-mounted defense, and we struggle a lot to move around on this map. And as you see, I stand still a small amount of time, and I'm back on the moving. I'm always looking for targets, trying to prevent the enemies from having a good grasp on the situation. And this will always keep your enemies guessing, you know. You're not spending any gas, so why not move? Why stick to one position? Move around. Try to look for flanking that your enemies are doing, you know. And I can guarantee that your life expectancy will be far greater than if you stick around in one spot. And as you see, I haven't died once, and I have quite a lot of kills already. And I'm helping my team, of course. So straight in the beginning, what you saw was me giving a ride to a couple of people, and as I explained in the previous tutorial, that can be a bit dangerous, right? If you find someone with a bazooka and everyone's just sitting around on the tank, one shot will kill you all. But after that, and after you give that ride, what you gotta do is basically prevent the enemy troops from reaching the designated points for them. So prevent them from capping territory. You go to the points where they are going to cap, like in this example, the gas station, so A4 or A3, and you start doing some damage straight away. You start to cut their supply lines, so basically troops moving from one point to the other in order to cap it. And here, as you see, mobility is the main issue with this tank. And I heard the sticky. I got out of the tank. You probably did you hear the sound? Did you hear the sound? No point sticking around on the tank after you hear that sticky sound, because the tank is dead, right? Get out of it and at least try to kill the guy that destroyed your equipment. You know. Still, pretty good. Look at this: 11 kills, 1 death. I'll take that any day of the week. Regarding a Panzer 1, you know. It was a good score, and that allowed my team to reach A4, so we're really close to the church. And once we get the church, things will just collapse for the enemy, you know. So here I stopped for some reason. Oh yeah, I was relaying some information to my team. Another Panzer 1 behind me. I don't think we had anything else than Panzer 1, but look at the lines of this beauty. You know, it's built for speed. It's built for speed and for killing. It has some sharp teeth. Look at this. Even from afar, you got look at the amount of bullets this tank carries. You know, people might say stewards are good. Yeah, but the amount of ammo it carries. Of course, you can do a lot of kills, maybe even from further away than with this tank. But this tank is supposed to be in the middle of the fight, you know, just moving left, moving right, and just getting as many troops as you can, preventing them from reaching their objective. And here, as you see, and this is something I wanted to talk about, is spawn killing. What I'm doing here, it could be more or less called spawn killing, because what's happening here is that they are spawning on the church, and when you spawn on the church, most of the times you spawn in that little open field where I was, you know. And even people, look, some people even calling me or our team hackers, you know. So they're pretty upset that the Panzer 1 is reigning supreme on the battlefield, I would say. Allies' worst nightmare, you know. They're small, hard to hit, and they do a lot of damage. Okay, so back to the tutorial. Okay, so I was talking about the difference in spawn killing. As you know, I don't like spawn killing, but there is a difference. And here I set myself. Did you saw the score? 17-2 with the Panzer one. Pretty good, eh? There's a difference between spawn killing when they have other spawns where they can spawn, and spawn killing when they only have one point where they can spawn. Okay, so they know pretty well that we are attacking the church, right? They are still spawning at the church, and they know that by spawning at the church they are taking a risk, because it's already the place where they spawn. It's basically behind enemy lines, and they are trying to get an advantage with that. The problem is I am currently in this area, so my objective was in this situation to cut the reinforcements from the church. And what is this gonna have an effect on the battlefield? The effect is simple. Instead of them spawning here and being close, and there's a guy again on the tower bell. Pretty nasty, that guy. He had pretty good aim, and I was trying to hit him and I could not. But you see, the probability of him hitting me with the bazooka again, because it killed me once, but hitting me now that I know where he is, it's not going to be that big, you know, because now I know where he is. I just keep driving in circles. I have an open area here. I can still prevent enemies from spawning on the church, and I can stay alert to the putting some suppressing fire there, trying to figure out if I can hit him somehow. But I can keep driving in circles here, staying mobile and still having a precise I don't know, area of action, because I can still prevent enemies from coming from this church spawning, and still do my job. So coming back, because I got myself a bit lost here in this situation, but coming back to the point where you have multiple spawns where you can do. So the enemy knows that enemy forces are here, and they are still thinking like, okay, we're closer to the church, we need more men there, let's spawn at the church, right? They have other spawns they can do so. They can spawn at the police, and if you're here, your objective is to make every single unit spawn at the police, because if they spawn at the police, right, they're gonna take more time to come into the church, and that will give you more time to your troops to make a successful defense at the church and then push forward. You know, that is my goal. And you can say, okay, Puri, but that is spawn killing. Yes, it is spawn killing, but it's not the last available spawn they have. So they have an option. It's not like you only have one place to spawn and you are camping that spawn. You know, I'm not going into the police. I'm not going into the place and trying to kill them. Right? I'm sticking here. So it is a bit different, you know. It's debatable, but for me in this situation it's totally legit that I stay here and prevent them from coming from B4 and prevent them from coming in the middle of the forest, to give my guys a better chance of defending the church and pushing into the police. So at least this is how I roll, you know. And it works. It works. I'm not like giving them no chance of fighting back. I'm just cutting them some of the options they currently have. It's basically that. And as you've been seeing, Panzer 1 is an awesome equipment. You can say whatever you want from it, but it is fast, it is hard to hit, it is pretty mobile. You can basically go anywhere, and while there's no tanks on the battlefield, it just reigns supreme. You have a lot of bullets. Do not be afraid of spending ammunition. You have plenty of it on the tank. Plenty. When I say you can spend them, you can spend them. It doesn't take too many bullets to kill a guy with this caliber, with this gun. It has a big caliber, so a couple of bullets in the right spot and it just completely goes away. And here again, you see, I know that I know the spawns. I know where they spawn. If you start capping the police, they're gonna spawn in the river, in the left side there. If you go through this road on the left, but I'm not capping that point. I'm preventing troops from going from the police to the church, right? And the troops that are attacking me, they are not spawning, right? They already spawned. They have different weapons, so they got weapons, so it's totally legit for me, you know. And I done my job there. The church is again being captured, and back to support. And here I go again. They'll probably start spawning again on the church, and I'm going to try and prevent that. But as you've been seeing throughout the game, I have stayed mobile with the Panzer 1, right? This is the town map. This is a particular map, and this particular line. But the infantry is having a hard time to deal with the enemy. But the team was the Allied team was pretty good. They were well organized. I think we actually, even though I'm not going to show this this fight to the very end, because later on I do not play as a tank crew. But we end up losing this this fight because the defense they had was just too good for our infantry to hold on. So here I heard something. The infantry dude gets off. Going to the wall. Sometimes it happens, you know. You're trying to drive one way, shoot the other one. All right. So if we had the police, they were gonna spawn through, like in this spot here. No, I'm not camping this side. That is what I call true spawn killing. Other spots, you know, every time I spawn somewhere, you're taking a risk if the enemy is close by. So it's a calculated risk, but each one knows what he feels the risk is, and what you really need to do. We have a lot of Panzer 1s here. Okay, like 2 guys there. Down. Can I get any of them? Yeah, got one. But as you see, a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't play with the Panzer 1. The tank is not good." You've been seeing how many kills do I have now with the Panzer 1? I die like 3 times. Have what, almost 30 kills? That's pretty good for a tank that is not good. What does he? Ah, he had a bazooka. Oh, it's 25 kills. 25 kills I have, and 3 or 4 deaths, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty good count. Yeah, 3 deaths. They destroyed 3 Panzer 1, right? And I killed 25 of their infantry. How is that not good, right? And I think later on they start bringing up Shermans and all that, and you're still gonna see how I play with Panzer 1 against Sherman. You know, you might say, "Oh, Piri, how can you kill a Sherman with a Panzer 1?" Yeah, it is. It's not an even fight. You know, it's hard. It probably will take more than a Panzer 1, but you can still do it. And you're saying like, "Oh, yeah, that's not possible." Well, you'll see. You'll see when it happens. So, and just so we don't lose track of what we're doing here with the Panzer 1, because I'm probably just gonna do a collection of and showing you different maps. So this one, town map. I'm probably gonna show a couple of footage as well with the Panzer 1 on the mountain map. The other maps, like the airfield, I don't think I have any footage with that one. But the skirmishes ones, I would not suggest using tanks, even though the Panzer 1 is also pretty good. But higher tier tanks on those maps, for me, they are a bit of a waste, because the maps are small. The probability of infantry just come someone on the roof. and probably with a bazooka. The guy on the tower bell is still there. That dude was there all game long. He's like general from the Allies, probably. Son, you're going to the tower bell and take a bazooka with you, and you shall destroy tanks. And he did that all game. Because he was always there. I did not have a moment of peace in my Panzer 1. Ah, my god. Okay, so stopping with the fooling and let's go back to the tutorial. So I have a couple more footage. I'll do a collection in this tutorial, and if you guys later on need a bit more tutorials about Panzer 1, I'll do them. But for now, I think I'll stick with one each, like one tutorial, a bit big for Panzer 1, then a tutorial for the next Panzer, and a tutorial for the next one. And if the devs put more tanks, I'll keep doing them, like a tutorial a tank, so you see how to play with them. Okay. So still no tanks from the enemy. The kill count keeps going up. Still got a lot of ammo in the tank, and still doing my job as a tanker, you know, not sticking too much into a position. And this is one of the strong sides in the Panzer 1, you know, has a big scoping area in terms of being able to shoot from far away, you know. Sometimes it even works better in terms of not dying, because what happens when you have like a Tiger tank or the Panzer III is that you stick too much to one area and just start shooting and shooting and shooting, right? And here I think we got some reinforcements. I think we got a Tiger shooting the bell tower, which is pretty good. Yeah, we definitely got tanks shooting there. Yep, Tiger there. So that is good. We got a couple more resources to spend, but I'll stick to the Panzer 1, you know. Bigger brother for later. And as I was saying, oh here, oh, look at that! I got sniped. That is one of the dangers that I wanted to talk with you guys around about. Is that when you have your head out of the out of the tank, that is one of the things that might happen. And losing a Panzer 1, okay, it's not that big of a problem. Losing a Tiger or losing a Panzer III, that's a bit more problematic, because then it's a weapon the enemy can use for free. The initial thing is, when your teammates will see it, probably they will not know if exactly it's an enemy or not. Sometimes they realize it too late, and the amount of damage and confusion it can cause on the battlefield is just too great. So you gotta be extra careful. There I was a bit careless because I was riding something to the Tiger, and I did not notice there was someone in the forest. But that is something that you should minimize and prevent, is that you losing this type of equipment. Okay, do it as best as you can. Don't do it like Piri did, but try to minimize the amount of times that happens, because that is never a good thing to give more weapons to the enemy. Okay, so going back again a bit. Strong points on the Panzer 1. Fast. It's a small target to hit. You can penetrate the enemy lines, and I will show you that on another movie that I'll show you in a couple of minutes. The other footage I have. Oh, he's coming to stick me. Just keep moving, keep moving. Did he made it? I'm getting out. I don't know if the sticky was in the tank. Run. Okay. Oh, and then again, I was like, I confused myself with the buttons, like going out and in of the tank, and then the mouse wheel, I don't know, I missed it for some reason. That happens. You do mistakes as well, you know. You're only human. But back in the horse. Here we go. And also, it's not only the speed and it's a small target and easily concealable, especially during the night or fog, but it has also the versatility of you being able to shoot airplanes with it. Even though I don't have any footage with it, I'll do, when I have the chance to do it, I'll do some footage of me shooting airplanes with the Panzer 1. Because you can also use it as a mobile AA, as I told you in a previous tutorial on the FPS part. So it is pretty good. And here I think we're reaching a part where they're starting to bring some tanks into the battlefield. The Allies got some reinforcements, but as you see till now, it's working pretty good. You know, almost 30 kills, 5 deaths. 2 of them could be avoidable by me, and they're just trying to. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, I'm inside a metal box and just trying to shoot and shoot and shoot. Sticky bombs, yeah, that's a good idea, but you gotta be closer, mate. There's another one there. Kill, 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 kill. What can be easier than this? Like 5 or 6 kills in a row. How is this tank not good? I don't know. But you can always leave a comment on the movie, and we can discuss that. But believe your eyes when you see this type of footage that it is a good tank. You just need to drive it well. In this case, probably this is one of the best case scenarios because they did not have tanks to counter us, so they were a bit on the low side. But it works. It works, guys. I tell you, this works. And with the other tanks, it works even better if you know how to drive them. If you know how to play with them. I'm not the best tank driver around. I do more or less with them, but I have seen some. Look at this guy, crazy. Yeah, he ain't going far, mate. And another one. This one is flying almost. There's some lag issues here. But as I was saying, if you can do good with the Panzer 1, and if you train yourself not to stick around too much into one position, of course you can stand still from time to time. You know, you're not a racing car, but if you train yourself to move around, change positions between volleys, and you can get excellent scores. You saw the score, 36-5, so pretty good. Or what? Almost it's over half AT. So, and there's a guy there on the roof. Gonna get him. Yeah, another one dead. Another one bites the dust. And I'm pretty far. You can see that you just need to shoot. You know, you got a lot of bullets. You'll probably end up dead before you run out of them. And I don't remember once I have ended the bullets on Panzer 1. If you use them correctly, if you're not just fooling around with the machine gun, you know, if you ain't fooling around with it, then you have no ammunition shortage, so to speak. On other tanks, it might happen because they have different types of shells, and that's my big brother over there. Look at that. Ooh, the Tiger tank. Very good for ones, for some people, not so good for others. But that is also pretty debatable, you know. There's a lot of people that don't like the Panzer 1. I actually kind of like it. I feel good when driving it, to be honest. And you just need to, I don't know, do what I'm doing right here. You're helping your team, and you're doing your job as a tanker. You know, can't ask more from a tanker than this. Probably 40 something kills and only 5 deaths. You know, there's no other general that would be happier with the performance of a squad if he sees the amount of infantry decreasing on the campaign map and the amount of tanks remaining almost the same. And normally it's the other way around. Normally you see almost no change on the enemy ranks, and you just see the tanks, you know, getting destroyed. There's a lot of comments like that. Oh my god, I just put in my my tank AT there, and there's no more tanks. Oh, someone's shooting me. He can keep shooting all day. That's one of the things I actually don't know. It never happened to me. And if any dev is watching this, or if anyone knows if that really can happen, is that can you really shoot someone with a small arms on a guy that's sitting inside the tank, like in this position? Like, can you really shoot him, like through the peeping hole? Is it called like that? I think it is called like that. And there was no more tanks on that. And here I thought, oh, I'm gonna maybe play with another tank. No, I'm gonna stick with the Panzer 1. Show you guys what you can do with it. You know, and I'm first. Look, I'm playing with the Panzer 1, and I am numero uno on my team. So I'm doing pretty good with it. The next guy has 37 kills, 7 deaths, but I'm still in the lead. Even though I'm not capping any points. You can do it with the tank as well, but I feel like that's a waste, you know. There's some type of roles that need to be fulfilled, and your first role is not to cap points, is to kill enemy troops, is to prevent them from reaching certain points, give some type of cover if you want to your troops, so your troops can progress on the terrain. They can always go behind the tank if you have it well organized with your mates, so they can move in open areas a bit more safely, you know. But definitely it's not capping points that is your objective. You know, you got to oh, and here, look, the Allies have brought their weapons of destruction, and here, Panzer 1, here we go. Start chipping away on the damage, and this is something that probably most people don't do, or they're afraid of doing, is facing a bigger, more armed opponent. Well, you're doing damage. You might not do as much damage as he does to you, but you're still making damage, because most people maybe don't know, but the armor values for the tanks are not in place yet. So even with a machine gun like this, you're doing damage to the enemy. So this will probably not end well for me, but for now I'm still doing damage and he's having a hard time. But then he kills me. But be sure of this. I did some damage to the tank, and I'm gonna go back for more. I'm gonna go back for more. Let me get my my weapon of destruction, a new one, brand new from the factory, you know. So let's do it. Let's try and kill that that Sherman, or at least help my team to do so, because it's always hard with the Panzer 1. You know, this is not the tank I would choose to Everest there. The glitch on the map. Not only on this one, it happens on a couple of them, but it will all be resolved with time. But still, you can do this. If you're in the Panzer 1 against the Sherman, the probability of you ending up dead is great, right? But while the tank is shooting you, right, he's not shooting anything else. So a couple of seconds might be all that your team needs to get close to the tank and just put a mine on it, you know, to destroy it. So you gotta think that also sometimes you need to sacrifice yourself for the well-being of the team, and that is something that a lot of people don't do on this game. They care about kill death ratio, and they don't kill about the welfare of the team. And here the Sherman is smoking. Can I end it? Oh, he's not watching me. Come on! Blow! Aha! Success! Hey? Who would have thought? Panzer 1. Sherman 1. It's tied now. 1 kill each. And you see? It's possible to kill a Sherman with a Panzer 1. Maybe not common, but still possible. But now I gotta be a bit more careful, you know. I gotta check when he's coming back, if he has more tanks. I don't know if he has more tanks or not, but I gotta stay on the low side. Oh, bazooka, man! I was driving too slow. Still having a lot of fun with the Panzer 1, and that is it. That is it for this tutorial on Panzer 1. I'm bringing up part 2. We'll stick around on this. I think it was a good tutorial on how to use the Panzer 1 in a particular situation, of course, on the A line. But what I did here, you can always do on other lines. And what I'm going to try to do and show to you guys is how you penetrate your enemy's defenses with the Panzer 1 and start acting from behind the lines. I'm going to try and do that on the town map as well in the second tutorial about the Panzer 1, and I'm going to bring also some footage I have on the mountain map. And this is it. This is the end for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I surely did enjoy myself. And I check you guys on the next one. Okay, so as always, let's just review what we've learned on this tutorial about the Panzer 1. So first and foremost, one of the most important things with the Panzer 1 is to stay mobile. You gotta stay mobile. If you gotta drive in circles, it doesn't matter. Don't stick around too much in one spot, because one shot from a bazooka can blow you up. One sticky bomb can blow you up, and just stay mobile. Do a couple of shots, kill a couple of enemies, change position, and repeat the process again and again and again. The second thing we talked about is do not be afraid of spending ammunitions. The Panzer 1 comes equipped with a twin machine gun and with a lot of bullets. You know, just use them wisely. But I don't think any guy that drives a Panzer 1, even if he's really good, it will ever reach the end of the ammunition the tank carries, because it's a big amount of bullets. And I don't think even if you do a little ammo conservation, that you will end up spending all the ammunition on the tank. The third thing, and also pretty important, is you saw it in the beginning and you saw it throughout the tutorial, is to cut the supply lines from the enemy. So if your enemy is spawning at a point and he wants to go into another point to cap it, prevent them from doing so. Get between the 2 points and just start killing the enemies that are going to that point. You know, that will give, even if you don't get everyone, the amount of troops that will pass to that point and mount a defensive perimeter around that point will be less, and thus will help your team to cap that point way easier than if all the troops went there and defended the point. And last but not least, do not be afraid of going against a higher tier tank. I say again, the probability of you dying, it's big, but you gotta think, while the tank is shooting you, right, or trying to hit you, that you are giving your troops a chance to move up in the battlefield. You know, sometimes it only takes a couple of seconds for an infantry guy from your side to get a sticky bomb onto the tank, and making your death worthwhile. You know, so do not be afraid. As you saw in this tutorial, it is totally possible to destroy a higher tier tank with the Panzer 1, even though it is not the weapon for the job, but still you can do it. Okay, so try new things, and probably you will be amazed with what you can do with weapons and with vehicles that people normally tend to put aside because they just think it's not good enough. Okay, so this is the end of this tutorial. I think I'll do one more about the Panzer 1, and then I'm going to move maybe up on the tier and start doing the Panzer 3 and then the Tiger, and one also about the anti-tank, so the Stug. And the thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is that I'm going to do another one about Panzer 1 because I want to show you a thing that I normally do with it is to go behind enemy lines and start doing damage from there. Okay, so this is it for this one. I'll check you guys on the next one. This is Piri signing out, and I hope I find you guys on the battlefield. See ya.